Welcome to Miss Corrigan's Year 8 Maths class. This lesson is all about expanding brackets and it's from 8H in your textbook. When you expand brackets, you're actually using a special maths rule called the distributive law. It has this name because what you do is you take the number or the per numeral from the front of the bracket and you distribute it amongst all the numbers or per numerals from inside the bracket. Let me show you how this works by using question 2b from the textbook. Question 2b is 2 outside of brackets with a plus 5 inside the brackets. So what we need to do is we need to take the 2 and we need to distribute it to the a and to the 5. So our next line of working out would show as 2 times a plus 2 times 5. Then all we have to do is simplify it into 2a plus 10. And that's our final answer. Now let's try a question that has some negative numbers in it. I'm going to take this question from 2b, which is 3x outside the brackets with x minus 6y inside the brackets. So what we need to do is we need to distribute the 3x to the x by itself and to the negative 6y. So when we expand that bracket, we're going to have 3x times x minus 3x times 6y. Let's look at the first half of it first. Let's look at this half here first. What we need to do is we need to, well, there's no other numbers, so it's going to be 3, but we've got 2 x's. So the 2 x's multiplied by each other become x squared. In the second half of it, we've got 2 numbers. We've got the number 3 and the number 6. 3 times 6 is 18. And then we have the x times y, so we just write 18x y. And that's the final solution for that question. As you move through the exercise and get to question 3, it's going to start to include more difficult questions which expect you to bunch like terms. Let's look at question 3b as an example. In this question you've got 3 outside of brackets containing a c minus 2, close the brackets and then add a 2 on the end. So your first step's got to be the brackets. Remember bottomless? We work out our brackets first. So we can see we've got it as 3, which we can distribute to c, and we can distribute to 2. So we'll have 3c minus 3 times 2, which is 6, plus 2. Now we've got to look at bunching some like terms. The first part of the expression 3c doesn't have a like term, but the second part of the expression, negative 6 plus 2, they're like terms because they're just numbers. So we can bunch them and simplify them. So we'll end up with 3c negative 6 plus 2 will give us negative 4. And that's the final answer. Let's try a more difficult question with bunching like terms. So we'll look at question 3n. Okay, the question reads as 12gh plus 3g outside of brackets containing 2h minus 9, close the brackets and add 3g. It's quite a big scary looking sum, but let's break it down step by step. Okay, the first step, according to BODMAS, is to work those brackets. So let's look at the bracket. We've got 3g outside of 2h minus 9. So we're going to use the distributive law and let 3g be distributed to 2h and negative 9. So let's see what that sum looks like now in the next line. So we've got 12gh, we haven't touched that yet, plus 3g times 2h, so 3 times 2 is 6, and we'll have a gh. We've got 3g to negative 9, so we're going to have minus 3 times 9 is 18, and that'll just be a g. Then tagging along at the end there, from outside the brackets, we've got 3g. Now looking at this, hopefully you can see we've got 2 bundles of like terms. We've got a pair here, which both end with gh, and a pair here, which both end with just the letter g. So let's bunch them up. 12 plus 6 is 18, so we've got 18 gh. Negative 18 plus 3 will leave us at negative 15. So we've got negative 15g, and that's the solution. See? It didn't look that scary in the end after all. Let's move up to the next difficulty level. In question 4, it's going to require you to deal with 2 sets of brackets at once. So let's look at question 4b. The question reads as 5 outside of the brackets with x plus 3, close the brackets, plus 4 in front of the brackets with x plus 2 and close the brackets. So what you're going to need to do is deal with both sets of brackets at the same time. So you're going to distribute 5 to its x and its positive 3, and you're going to distribute 4 to its x and its 2. So 5 times x, our next line, be 5x, 5 times 3 is 15. We've got 4 times x, which is 4x, and 4 times 2, which is 8. Okay, next step, let's bunch those like terms. First of all, identify them. So we've got 5x and 4x. 5x plus 4x, or 5 plus 4 gives us 9x's altogether. What we have left over is just numerical values, just 15 plus 8. 15 and 8 add up to 23. So in the end, that big long complicated sum is just 9x plus 23. Okay guys, now you should be ready to start 8G. If you're unsure of anything or would like any extra assistance, please just raise your hand and ask me. I'm happy to help. Of course, you can always review the video, or you can look at the work examples in the book. Good luck!